Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to a new video today for a different video. Obviously the football has stopped because of this coronavirus, so I thought of doing a new video, and I'm going to be rating Tranmere Rovers players from this season, 2019 to 20 season so far. So I'm going to be starting off with the goalkeepers, then I'll go through the defenders, then I'll go through to the midfielders, then the strikers. So I'll show you the first two pictures of these goalkeepers, Scott Davis and Luke Pilling. So just shows you the pictures. So Scott Davis and Luke Pilling. First I'll start from Scott Davis. I think Scott Davis has been a hit and miss so far in this season. Has missed some really great, he's missed some chances. Like, obviously he's been injured for the past, I think it was about 2 to 3 months. But I think Scott Davis can do better. But I just hope people can give him a chance. I know League One is a really tough league to get out of and obviously jump up to the Championship. So what I'm gonna say is, for a rating, I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. I think people would say less, but I'd say 5 out of 10 because the games he's kept us in. I'd say a 5 out of 10. Luke Pilling really hasn't had a chance in this league for League One. So obviously he's played the likes of the cup games in the Czech Trade Trophy, whatever you call it. I'm probably gonna say a 4 out of 10 for Luke Pilling. So the next is the defenders. I'll get a picture of these right now. Start the defenders is Manny Monthe. I think Manny Monthe has been fantastic so far this season after signing a 2-year extension with Tranmere Rovers. I think he's going to get a lot better than he has been, because the last few games he's been not the best. Obviously he's been on the bench as Ellis has been in, as Ellis has just came back from injury. So I think Manny has had some really good games after scoring the games against Ipswich and Watford, and I think he scored against Watford again in the replay. So for this one, I'm going to say for Manny Monthe, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10, which I think he's going to be a massive player in the coming games for Tranmere Rovers. When they're going to be played, I don't know. So yeah, Manny Monthe, 8 out of 10. So the next one is, so the next player is Mark Ellis. Mark Ellis has been injured throughout the season for about a year and a half, but now he's back in training, back playing the games. I think he scored about 3 goals in about 3 games. He scored against Shrewsbury, he scored against Accrington Stanley, and I think he scored 2 in 1 game. I can't remember, as it was a good few weeks ago. So yeah, I'm going to say for Mark Ellis, I'm going to give him the same as Manny, another 8, because I think Mark Ellis is something to look forward to when we come back into whenever the games are going to be played. So an 8 out of 10 for Mark Ellis. So the next one is Evan Gums. Obviously he's been injured. I don't think he's actually got a game yet for Tranmere Rovers this season. So I think he played. He actually played against Crewe when we won 1-0 in that Senior Cup, which we got knocked out by Chester. So I'd probably say a 3, because I haven't seen him play this year. So I'm going to give Evan Gums a 3. Next one, Sid Nelson. Sid Nelson is hit and miss. He's either on the bench or he's not in the team. So people like him, people dislike him. Personally, I think he's a good player when he wants to be. He was fantastic in the playoff final last year against Newport, and obviously he hasn't been the best this season. So I think he's only been with us for like a year and a half. So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say for Sid Nelson, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. My next one, I think there's about 3 left of the defenders. Next one is, I'm going to go for Liam Rightal. Liam Rightal, I think he's been fantastic for us throughout the season, doing swings in for the crosses, scoring goals, scoring free kicks. That's why I got him on my home shirt of 2019-20 shirt. So I think he's an amazing player for us. I think we signed him from Huddersfield a few years ago. So I totally rate him. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 because I like him, I think. But this is my opinion. So I want to see people's opinions, what they think of the ratings. So yeah, there's 2 more. So yeah. So Kane Wilson. Came from West Bromwich Albion on loan for the whole season. So yeah, for Kane Wilson, I think he's a really great player. Goes in, drives the ball, goes into crosses, really pacey. So for my rating is, I'm going to say a 6 out of 10. I think he can do a lot better though, but yeah, he's a good player. So my last one, I think I just forgot one, George Ray. For George Ray, I think he's okay. He can help us in the game in different ways. Obviously, when there's corners, he gets involved, which that's why that's what I think of him. I think he's a good player when he wants to be. He can prove. He needs to prove a lot though. But I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10 for George Ray. So yeah, that's all the defenders now. All defenders. Now I can move on to midfielders. Peter Clark next. Fantastic defender at Tranmere Rovers so far since January, since we signed him from Fleetwood. Shows why he wants to be at Tranmere. He plays his part every game, and I think he's a fantastic player. Honestly, I don't know why Fleetwood got rid of him, but we've got an amazing defender. Maybe for the next 1 year, 2 years, I think he's about 40, 38. I'm not too sure, but yeah. I'm going to rate Peter Clark. I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10 because his he shows his passion every game. Shows that he wants to win games, and that's what players should be looking for when they're playing games. So yeah, I think Peter Clark is our best defender we've got for defenders. So the last one of the defenders, Jake Caprice. People like him, people dislike him. Personally, I think he's okay. At the moment, he can only do one thing, and that's run past people. But I don't think he's good at the back. I think he's more better going forward, as going in the driving seat. So get the cross. But fair play, he'd done the cross for Connor Jennings at Wembley against Newport County, which I will always respect him for that, as him for being a legend for doing that. So I'm gonna say, as Jake Priest hasn't really got in the team lately, so I'm gonna give him a 4 out of 10. So that's the defenders done. So now on to the midfielders. So who am I going to start with? I'll show you the first clip of the picture. Midfielders now. So first midfielder I'm saying is Kieran Morris. Shows a lot of pace on the ball as a right winger. I think he's fantastic. I've got him on my away shirt, on the purple shirt, and I just think he's so good, and he's going to be so good in many years to come if we can keep him. So I'm gonna make this short and sweet, and I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10 because I think he's a really good football player when he shows it, and I think that's going to be good for us for the next few years if we keep him. So the next one is Darren Potter. Personally, I don't rate this guy. Signing him last season from Rochdale, I think. Rochdale. Rotherham. We signed him from Rotherham. Hasn't really got many games. Personally, I can see him leaving in the summer. So I'm going to rate Darren Potter a 3 out of 10. He hasn't really showed anything for us this season, so yeah, 3 out of 10 for Darren Potter. Well, next, Connor Jennings. Connor Jennings, really good player when he wants to be. I think he's good for League One? Personally, I don't think he's good for League One just yet, but I think he's showing it at times in games. But in your game, he's scoring, he's setting things up. He scores at Wembley. He scored twice at Wembley with Tranmere so far, so that's good. Really good, nice guy, really good to talk to. Personally, what do we give him? What do we give Connor Jennings? I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 because he's dire in games. He's dire at home, but he plays so much better away. So yeah, I'm going to say a 6 out of 10 for Connor Jennings. Next player is Luke McCulloch. Luke McCulloch, we signed him from Manchester United, and he used to play for Doncaster Rovers. Oh yeah, we signed him from Doncaster. So yeah, I'm gonna say really good player. Helps the ball, quickens the ball to go quick. So I'm gonna rate Luke McCulloch. I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. Really good player. I really can't wait to see him back playing when we go back and he'll be playing. Because the amount of injuries he's had. So yeah, that's Luke McCulloch, 7 out of 10. David Perkins is next. Ex-Rochdale, plays for Tranmere in the centre mid. And I don't mind this guy. I think he's a good player when he wants to be. He quickens up play at times when at home normally, but the past few games he's been fantastic for us, especially against Shrewsbury, and Connor Jones was fantastic on that day when we won 3-2 against Shrewsbury, and I think he's starting to play a lot better, especially for his age. I think he's playing fantastic so far this season. So David Perkins, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I know he's about 38, I don't know, but yeah, Perkins, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Yep. Next up is Harvey Gilmore. Hasn't really played much. He's not a bad little player when he wants to be, but he needs to get more game time. Unless we put him out on loan to somewhere, maybe like League 2 side. From what I've seen him play, he's an okay player for Harvey Gilmore, so I'm going to give Harvey Gilmore a 5 out of 10. So yep, next one is Corey Blackett-Taylor, midfielder, winger. Plays really good on the wing, shows a lot of pace, scored 2 amazing goals against Shrewsbury and Coventry in our away meetings, and I think he's going to get to be a better player when the games go back at going on ahead. So yeah, Corey does have some bad games at times, especially at home, but he's always better away, because when we played at Accrington, I thought he was class and making things happen, changing the game. Yeah, so I'm going to give Corey Blackett-Taylor an 8 out of 10. I know people will be like thinking, why an 8? But I think he's good when he wants to be. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Next up is Ollie Banks. My favourite player, Ollie Banks. I got his shirt last season away to Crawley away when we got beat 3-1. It was the last game of the season. And then I really think Ollie is a good player. He's been injured since he got injured in September, October, and then he came back a few weeks ago. Hasn't really got a game since. So yeah, I think I'm going to give Ollie Banks, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10, because when he's back fit and he's actually playing, he's really good. So I'm going to give Ollie Banks a 7 out of 10 for Tranmere Rovers. Next is a guy called Alex Woodyard. He had his debut against Southend United. I think he's a fantastic player. Getting him off Fleetwood on loan, really great player. I really hope we sign him in the summer, but will it happen? Maybe. You'll never know. So yeah, Alex Woodyard, I'm gonna give you. What do we do? I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. He's been fantastic so far this season for us. So the next player is Neil Downs. Neil Downs, really good player for his age. I think he's still got pace. He's got pace, and I think he's like 40, and he shows how much he loves the club. when he puts the Tranmere shirt on. So I think Dan's hasn't scored for us yet, but the amount of chances he has is unbelievable, loads. So I think he will score before the end of the season if the season carries on. So yeah, we'll have to find out about that. So I'm going to give Neil Dans. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 because I think he shows how much he loves his football and he shows how much he wants it. So yeah, I'm giving him a 8 out of 10. So now on to strikers. So my first striker is a guy who's just came back to Tranmere on loan from Mansfield. His name, Andy Cook. I was buzzing when he came back to Tranmere, but I don't think he showed anything at Tranmere since he's been here. So I think he played against who's the team? Wycombe Wanderers and a few others. He didn't really show anything, so I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. But hopefully he proves me wrong when the football does come back. So yeah, I'm giving Andy Cook a 5 out of 10. So 3 more to go off the strikers. So next one is Morgan Ferrier. Morgan Ferrier, I think he's a really good player. He shows that he loves the club. When he celebrates, as he celebrated against Blackpool a few weeks ago, the way he celebrated just felt like we were staying up, and I honestly hope we do stay up. So yeah, I think he gets a bit wound up at times, but yeah, he's been sent off a few times as well. So I am gonna give Morgan Ferrier a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 from Morgan Ferrier. Next one is James Vaughan, on loan from Bradford in League Two. When he came in to try me, he wasn't the best, but when he got his first goal against Wycombe Wanderers away, I thought, we've got a good player in ourselves, so we've got him. So we go on to the next few games. Next minute he scores against Accrington, and then he scored against Blackpool, which was a great goal. So I'm gonna give James Vaughan. I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, and for the last player, I'm going to be saying for a striker, the last player of the dice, I'm going to be saying Stephen Payne. Well, people hate him, people like him, people think he's good, people think he's bad. Personally, he can only score tap-ins, and I think he scored against Crewe. He scored against Crewe in that Senior Cup. It was a good goal as well. So yeah, and we won 1-0. But the games he scored against he took Neil Dan's goal away from him when he tapped it in against Burton, and we won 2-1, and then he scored in that last minute against Rotherham to get a draw against Rotherham Tranmere 1-1, which I thought was good, but he hasn't been playing for a few weeks, a few months, so I'm going to give Stephen Payne a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. People might think it's harsh, people might think that's the right call. So yeah. And the last thing, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you know. If you agree with me on the things, give this a like. I'm hoping to get at least 20 likes, hopefully. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. For now, it's goodbye. I'll see you next time.